per attribute.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, it's going whenever. So.
Hello, and welcome back to the answering of the call of the hunger. That has not come out right. But I'm sick, and you'll have to bear with me. Where was I? Anyways, yeah, it's not going to be a good time.
It's gonna we got like a sentence in.
Right? Our party finally set off from the cesspool that is Lamore, having successfully pulled Wylan from the depths of hell in the R&D 6 lab. But getting him out of there was not without its price, as the party had found out that there are much bigger things afoot than a missing centaur. In fact, there might even be looming over the heads of the mighty corporations themselves, there might even be a dragon seated in the bowels of the mountains and incubating and taking up lair in the corruptive, toxic effluent of the city and cowing the people who pull the strings in the city itself. And with that knowledge, the party decided to head out of the city and let things cool off, having pulled the ire of A and B Corporation, and thus getting the ire of a massive corporation, their henchmen, the subsidiary company of the Harvesters, who are basically the collectors and enforcers of corporate bounty and subject acquisition. You guys managed to get out of there, and you got Wylan back to the Buckham family, upon where you have been bestowed their everlasting gratefulness. And not just in cursory words and deeds, they also gave you, the father of Wylan gave you his horseshoes of luck. Quite literally getting them pried off of his feet, and bestowing upon you essentially his birthright for centuries-long problems that the centaurs had to deal with down in the Barrens. While you guys were licking wounds with the Buckhams, Duke, the undead, in this world known as Restless, Woodward, came to tell you guys that the war has officially begun for the Woodlands. Essentially, Watandu Last, who's the head of the Deerman tribe, the basically owners of the Fringewood, have managed to get the Tekeknu, which are the bug people, and the Timbermen, which are the basically Ents, to bend the knee to him, so that way he can protect them against the other tribes. The other tribes basically said it's on, and now they've entered their skirmish phase, testing each other and creating hard boundaries between the Fringewood and the Deepwood. Much to everyone's sorrow. And so the kinslaying begins.
So it's the Deermen, the Timbermen, and the Tekeknu, the bug people, against the Flayoon and the Sillin?
The Flayoon and the Sillin currently, yes.
Okay.
And then the last tribe is currently is not involved at all.
Okay, and your which faction? I think
Sloan?
Flayoon, right?
Correct.
The Flayon tribe.
Okay.
The last tribe, which is the tribe of the north, is the Vivan tribe. They control the thicketlands and the canopy that, although the Flayoon control all of the feeding grounds.
The Vivan tribe, you said, and they're neutral?
Yeah, the Vivan. Yep, the Vivan are neutral currently.
Okay, Vivan.
So, having garnered some experience, wrestled from this world, what all did you do to level up?
I put another point in negotiation.
All right. Is that, how much XP was that for you? How much did you have in negotiation? Are you saving the rest of your XP? Because that would be 10 XP for you.
Hold on.
If you put it up to...
I think I put one in coordination, so we use that a lot.
Okay, so yeah, you leveled up some of your basic stats. Okay, cool. And then that would be another 10, so you'd have 5 XP left over, just banked, waiting for something else if you wanted to get a tier 1 talent, etc. Or you can save it. Just make a note in your spent versus your total XP, how much you've spent, so that way you can know where you balance out later on. How about you, Emery?
Oh, good. I got a super cool ability called Conduit, which just lets me use the story point to make a magic thing, a check, a maneuver instead of an action. That's
nice. You get to quicken that spell.
Yep. And and I got another point in toughened, I think.
Nice.
With the last 5 XP.
Gotta get a little hardier.
Yeah, I need to stop dying every little time something hits me.
All right.
How about
I
you?
got Strength of Faith. It's a maneuver that buffs up my next channeling spells, my god stuff. Basic, yeah. I can do once per session. So I just stand still and I say, make this next one real good. Add 2 success for advantage to my next roll for channeling stuff.
Very well. Andrew?
I got as swole as you can get in this game.
So you are the strongest guy in all of the land. Very nice.
My next one I'm going to work towards is so I can use my two-handed weapon in one hand.
There you go. You know what's great? Better than wielding a two-handed weapon in one hand? Wielding two two-handed weapons at a time.
All right.
Or,
That is
just trees.
100% more.
So, we lost Sarah, but as the party gathers around the long table in the Buckham's main longhouse, essentially, you guys just think about what you are going to do next. Wallaby's in attendance, and you guys had stated an interest in pursuing basically in finding Leanne Shea, the supposed mistress of the late Archek, the Teknu that died, and in his death kickstarted everything that is going down in Lamar. Now I'm going to go ahead and kick the players over to the woodland map, and you guys can start humming and hawing. And then we'll rope in Sarah where she can have her 2 cents. As you guys are humming
Harumph.
and you are hawing the night away, Duke, as he mentioned, there's pretty much just like hard times between the war is starting, so to speak. He sits in on this conversation with you guys.
Speaking of which, is there a test to attune to that horseshoe they gave us?
No,
or do I just say I attune to it?
You guys can attune to it by the end of the long rest, so you'll have it for tomorrow moving forward.
Okay.
You can only have attuned items equal to your intelligence, but I don't think you have anything else that you're currently attuned to.
No. Unless I can somehow attune to my axe.
Nope.
We have a relationship, you know.
You know what? I may or may not have planned axes already that exist out there that are attunable. So, buckle up, buckaroo.
I need to go BB.
Okay.
I'm going to run up to assist Sarah real quick, and then we can kick back into this if anyone needs to grab a drink, etc. Be right back.
Like it.
And Shay's never up to anything bad. It's true. Also, why did YouTube put the fucking little emoticon things over the chat so that I can never see what the newest person says? It bothers me. Oops, I had to infer what your last sentence was. It's Leanne and Shay is never up to anything BA, and then there's a big fucking heart in the way. I hate it.
Yeah, YouTube just creates new features to screw over users and creators.
Yeah.
But you can get away with that when you have a platform monopoly. There's really nothing like YouTube out there.
It's a little true.
Well, there is. They just have adult content.
Yeah. But I mean, for quality video sharing of all varieties that you can use at work, YouTube's kind of it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to attempt to try and make one.
There are smaller streaming platforms, though. Like, and at least in 2019, there's like Stream Me and D Live, and now there's BitChute, which lets you get away with anything you want.
Ooh.
But those don't last very long because crazy people flock to them, and it turns out that to keep a website running, you need money and sponsors, which is hard to come by when people are posting decapitation videos.
Posting decapitation videos? Jesus.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the appeal of BitChute, at least. I'm not sure if DLive is still a thing, but I know that back in, 2019, one of my favorite internet people used to post a lot more on Stream Me because he could get away with more shenanigans than he could on YouTube. But Stream Me is no longer a thing, and I think DLive, if it is still a thing, it's kind of shied away from because it has some unsavory external influences.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, speaking of unsavory external influences, Wallaby rolls out a map, and you guys begin discussing how you are going to get to the Grey Glade. And just as importantly as navigating the geography, how are you going to navigate the political atmosphere as well?
Oh, guys, I think that staying the hell out of other people's business is something we are extremely poor at, but should probably start to exercise.
All right.
Well, it's hard to
We're
walk
good.
through war territory without either picking a side or people assuming what side we're on, though.
One thing you guys ran into last time you guys traversed this area was that everyone got very pissy with you when you were going from the deep wood to the fringe wood to the deep wood to the canopy and the thicketlands. However, you did broker a deal with Ambrosia, who is the delegate who runs the southern portion of the feeding grounds of the part of the Flame Tribe. That if you guys were to come back, that you guys would help them with the Dajong that disappeared into the Eye of Azralam. That you guys would have free run of the place until then. So you guys left through the Fringewood once more. Also, at this point, as you guys are discussing kind of like means of access and egress, Duke speaks up, and his jaw kind of clicks and cracks a bit. Looking over at you guys with his one eye left in its socket. There is a method of getting inside. There is passage through the woodlands, typically through the White Flow. That being said, even us Woodwards have been issued warning to keep all boats off the White Flow, and have deigned not to allow any ship past Lantern Port heading west or past Dryston's Rest heading east. Now that's for the safety of the commercial fleet and the safety of the other Woodwards who would chaperone such travels. However, you might find, since you are going in anyways, that that passage along the river might be more expeditious than walking.
Is it considered part of the feeding grounds? Is the river considered part of the feeding grounds, or is it a kind of a neutral territory?
The White Flow is part of the feeding grounds, but it still must pass the Fringewood. However, that being said, most of that is not patrolled, except for now at the border, where the Fringewood begins and the canopy extends, crossing the water. You might find that to be your point of contention. The riverways are ran by the Flame.
Well, if we took the White Flow, like if we did take the river, I mean, didn't you have something to check out along the way, Ilya?
Yes, the Eye of Azralam has the Dogong that I've been looking for. Or that's where he was last seen by the Flayon.
That's kind of like two birds with one stone.
Yeah,
And
along that way.
Bull's gonna chime in. I'm not quite sure why this is even up for discussion. The Flayon are my people. As long as we stick to their lands and hope we come across the Flayon, I should be able to get us through no problem.
I like when people don't try to kill us. It's a really refreshing time.
Yeah.
It would be
A
nice.
novel experience.
This is
know.
my favorite thing, is not being killed for a little bit.
At least like a day.
Just a little bit. It's nice to get some variety.
maybe the fact that we're going through an active war zone and the political lines are clearly drawn will find a way to not kick another hornet's nest because there are hornets everywhere now. We just gotta be optimistic.
There's no nests left.
Yeah. On the last living organism that hasn't sworn blood vengeance on us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not... I think we left things on okay terms with the Flame last time we talked to them. It's just a matter of if we're going to have favors owed if we run into them again.
All right.
It was a you scratch my back, I scratch yours when
Right.
it comes to the Eye of Azrael problem. They wanted you to fish chemo out.
What?
They wanted you to fish chemo out of the Eye of Azrael.
Chemo?
Sorry. Yeah, the Dajon. That's Ilya's after.
Okay.
Yes, I think we should. It would curry favor with them, I think, if we passed the Eye of Azrael and took care of that problem. Never fought with an elephant man before, but he can't be worse than an invisible bird.
Yeah? It's about time we did something for Ilya, our boss.
Oh. Yeah, that's true.
He's the boss?
That's what they tell me.
Mm-hmm.
It's more...
About time we did something for Ilyar.
I heard Sarah from the past. What the heck?
That was weird.
Yeah, that was.
I launched the YouTube app and my phone was on full blast.
Oh.
That'll do it. Well,
Is it weird that I didn't
think it would
recognize my
be
wife's voice? I guess I was
the
just...
best.
I didn't even occur to me that she would be behind one of you guys.
I'm actually duct taped to the back of the chair.
Alright.
Oh, hey!
Um,
I see it.
Well, I couldn't wait until the 3rd.
Absolutely. I mean, got shit to do. Alright. So you guys decided it's a good idea. You would want to head up to Lantern Port and see if you can requisition a ship.
Who owns Lantern Port? Is it the
Lantern Port is ran by the...
Woodwards?
Can we try to go along the... Wait, no, the Avazdalam is an island, so we're going to need to go to... Get a boat anyways. But didn't he say not to go... Wait, I'm a little confused. So he's not supposed to go west of Lantern Port or east of Dryston's Rest?
Yeah, they're basically stopping all commercial ships from going into the woodlands. That's their job. They basically broker relationships with the Woodland, and they try to make safe passage for ships, the Mallow barges. What they're saying right now is if someone was to come up to them and be like, yeah, I want to get these 30 horses through the woodlands and up to Lemoore, they'd be like, fuck no, man.
Oh, okay.
They're like,
But
they're,
if
you
you
guess
wanna
it's a
go in-
war, right?
Yeah, but if you want to go in and sacrifice yourself, they're not going to stop you, but they're not going to like jump on the ship and try to broker a deal with the Woodland for you.
Yeah.
Okay. I was a little confused by that. Like, are we going to have to do another clandestine mission to... Okay. Yeah, well, that works.
I mean, Duke is the Woodward. He's speaking on behalf of them. So.
Yeah. But we would have to go through, you said, like, the one territory to get to the next territory, right? Like, I'm assuming the people are, like, the borderlands, right?
There is a part of the Fringewood where there's a chance, it is a significant, like, basically, the river is the thinnest part of the Fringewood that you'd have to worry about patrols of the Deerman tribe, right? It's like your best chance of getting through undetected. But it's also very visible, right? So, like, there's a chance that even though it's not necessarily the Deerman's forte, there's going to be a point where there's going to be branches that go over the water that they could, like, be like, run up and be like, hey!
Mm-hmm.
So. But it's not like if you ran into them somewhere else in the Frenchwood, it would be like, now we've got 6 days of travel through their territory after having ran into a warband.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that sounds like a solid plan.
Okay.
All right. As you guys reach a general consensus, how would you like to sally forth to Lanternport? Are you going to cross through some of the woods here, or are you going to try to go up and around and lose a little bit more time?
I mean, we have 2 wood elves. I kind of think that they can handle woods. Woods are a little more refreshing than industrial cities full of rock people.
Yeah, with the unless the centaurs are willing to take us out and around to Lantern Port without it being risky for them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put them at risk by any means, but if it's relatively safe and they'd be willing to.
You can ask. Kind of, yeah, broaching the subject with them, if we're going to stay out of first person. They seem amiable to the idea of sticking to the fields and skirting over towards the white flow. If that was something that you had a vested interest in.
I guess the difference would be a time crunch. I have a feeling that once we get to Lanternport, they're down to the Eye of Azralam. I just assume that we're going to run into trouble, and then trying to locate and flush out an Elephant Man. Yeah, I guess it'd just be the time.
I think it'd be safest to stay out of the war zone until we get to Lanternport. That's just my personal thought. I'm cool with whatever people think, but
Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for us to go through the woodlands to get to Lanternport, is there?
Okay, I mean, I just wanted to see some pretty trees, but that's fine.
Oh, those see trees coming down the white flow.
I feel attacked.
Didn't you fall out of a tree?
I got back up.
Well,
Which way are we deciding on going, guys?
It sounds like I'm a voted 2-1 on going around.
And then taking the water?
that's
Yeah, we're taking the water from Lanternport down the white flow to the Eye of Azralam.
All right. So with this decision, Bull is going to again chime in. It's like, no, the last time I remembered is my boss's boss was in charge of the waterways around here. And not only is he my boss's boss, but he is the boss of all the Flayon. We may run into the Blades of Azralam along the way.
The Blades of Azralam?
That's a very ominous sounding name.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
That's if that's... Then again, that's if any of them survived.
So, we're going to be going through Flayon territory so long as we're going through the White Flow, right?
Yeah, the waterways are controlled by the Floan because they are predominantly in the feeding grounds.
Right. So, we're still taking... We're still going through your people's territory. There's still that. It's just getting to the feeding grounds from the Buckham's place. Let's see here. Yeah, we have to go through some business, I'll say, to get to the Eye of Azerlam otherwise. And I think doing it along the White Flow is going to avoid a lot of the static that's going on between the forest creatures.
Now, I'm not saying it's not going to work better. I'm just saying, with the people that control the waterways, the higher ups, it may not be as easy to just squeeze through.
The waterways, just so you guys know, like the White Flow is like the breadth of the Mississippi.
You assume I've gone outside, which is too bold of you.
So we're pretty safe from the riverbank, right? If we're talking Mississippi width.
What's your question about safety?
Oh, I'm just saying that, kind of thinking out loud, that if it's the width of the Mississippi, I'm less worried about something along the riverbanks getting close and stabby.
Correct. Yep, it would be what's in the water or what's overhead once you get into the like literally the trees along the riverbanks in the deep wood are 300 feet tall. And so the branches create a complex network that can actually extend over the river.
Well, Wretch, they'll handle the stuff that's close to the water, and Bull and I will handle the stuff that's in the branches.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty close to 300 feet tall.
Yep. Yep.
Got a big old axe just waving around at the branches until something spooky falls out into the water.
So, let's see here. Okay, so with that, Danny goes, so it's settled then. In the morning, Trey and Zandra, you'll go with them and carry. Zandra, you can carry Wretch. Trey, you can carry Ilya. Strock, and you see this much larger, almost like a Belgian-style horse with what is this? It's ostensibly called Drogo for the top human part. He goes, "We're gonna need your assistance carrying Bull." He goes, "Very well, Father. And Auster, if you don't mind, carry that. Carry our venerable Emery over here." Yes, yes. She goes, "Yes, Father." And with that, 4 of the children of Danny and Elsa get ready for the following day. Duke continues, "Well, it's about on horseback. It's going to take you about 2 days from here in order to reach the ferry. The ferry should get you to Lanternport, see you off."
Perfect. Now, if we run into any sort of trouble, any troops or anything, you guys book it out of here. Like, we're not wanting you to... We don't want your tails on the line by any means. I think everybody here would agree with that.
Strock puffs at that and goes, "Ha! I've been sharpening my spear and my axe. Ever since I was a youth, finally get to get out of this place." Danny goes, "Now hold on, son. Why don't you just accept He goes, why don't you just accept the gift as it is and enjoy stretching your legs? You got your sisters to think of, and Trey. So there's Zandra and Aster are both female. Trey and Zandra are twins. Trey being the brother, who both of them look very Aryan in depiction, and Aster looks, albeit somewhat, looks somewhat, I want to say lavender in skin, somewhat, bellying maybe. More of a woolland ancestry might be in their blood somewhere from past down lineage. With that, Strack kind of snorts and goes, "We'll get you where you need," and kind of huffs and trots out of the building. Are you guys? So you guys all bed down for the night. You can recover all strain, consume one ration, get ready for the next day, so to speak, and you guys can set off in the morning.
Ration.
Yeah, Carmen. Oh, they're weird.
Hoagie.
Okay. It is a 2-day trip to Lantern Port via Centaurback. And as you guys go, you notice, the days aren't they aren't as long as previous days, and the sun seems to be tapering off. With that in mind, what is the marching order here?
If we're riding on Centaurback, I would prefer to be towards the middle since I am not the most coordinated of lads.
You are actually given a saddle to help you stay on back, and because of your small stature, on the back of Trey is a pack as well for assumedly for provisions, food, etc. Drac, meanwhile, is geared up in leather armor and has a almost like a quiver of like 4 or 5 spears on his back, and he has an axe that he has almost in a front sheath as well. So who's at the lead?
Well, I'm the most coordinated, I think. So I'll be at the lead in case something acrobatic happens.
I'll probably be at the back because I feel like my guys would be struggling a little bit. But I don't think I have to be coordinated because if I start to fall off, I just have to put a foot down.
Strapp's a big boy, but yeah. So we'll say it's Ilya, then Emery, then Wretch, then Bo. As you guys set off, I need Ilya. Can you give me a survival or a perception check? Sorry, a vigilance or a perception check as you keep watch for the first portion, for the first day.
Let's see here.
And you don't have any sort of dark vision, right?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody else has had it in other role-playing games, but don't you just hate when you make the perfect character the first time and then you just have to live with not having the perfect character?
4 and 2.
So you guys set out skirting the forest for the most part, keeping to areas that are much easier navigated. However, around twilight, as the sun is setting in the evening, you cross You cross. So you pass by an old looking farm that has a road that leads to what seems to be a more major thoroughfare, and you notice off towards that major thoroughfare figures moving amongst the trees. And when I mean trees, this is like it's kind of off to your left. There's forest, but it's like just starting, right? So there's maybe a tree every 6 or 7 feet. There's maybe a tree every 15 feet or so. Not a lot of under brush, that sort of thing.
Who saw
Fair
that?
enough.
Ilya.
Oh.
And he decides to say nothing.
Hold on. Thinking how to best express myself. Call back to the group. A gesture over my left off into those trees there. Some figures watching us over in the edge of the forest there. Keep an eye on that.
Yes, sir.
Zandra, I forgot who's writing who. I just know Strock is carrying Bull.
It's fine.
Zandra strains to look ahead into the forest, not seeing much for a moment. I need everyone at this point to give me a perception check. Or actually, give me a group perception check. This would be, you guys can take, just let me know what everyone's perception is.
1 green, 1 yellow.
Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
2 greens.
And then Ilya?
1 and 3.
1 and 3. Okay, so you guys can roll 1 green, 1 yellow as a collaborative group. Real quick. So whoever you want to do that.
Oh, sorry. I have
I
4
heard someone
greens for
roll
a
it,
perception
so-
check.
I just rolled my dice.
I will roll.
I thought the leader of the group, would roll, but
I'm the leader now. 2 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, you can
Oh, no.
see just ahead on the far side of the larger road, there is a horizon of the field, and you see motion just on the horizon, just a flicker of motion.
Josh, I was wondering if there's any way I could test to see if I recognize these figures, like what they would be.
Because you didn't see them, you would not be able to do that. However, if you
Okay.
are able to see them, then you could attempt to discern, like, much more detail.
All right, so I haven't seen them yet. Got it.
Correct. Emery, you what do you? So you and the group point at
I was gonna say
see
the
this
group.
general flicker on the horizon. Actually, that's a good point. That was a group test. So I'm gonna have knowledge people be rolled by Bull. Bull, you can go ahead and roll knowledge people.
Is this going to have my bonus of being native homeland or no?
What is your bonus?
Let me check here real quick. Upgrade the ability of any knowledge, people, or nature, and streetwise checks equal to the number of ranks in native citizen within your native country.
Okay, I'm going to withhold telling you that. However, if it does apply, I am rolling an extra green over here for you.
Okay.
I trust that. That sounds trustworthy.
You said knowledge people, right?
Yes.
I'll try not to look.
1 and 1.
1 and 1. What you're able to discern quickly is you can't make out any details because it's like just a couple silhouettes. But the fact that they are not exclusively in the forest and that they're further in bellies that this is either a particularly aggressive deerman group, or this is a group that you haven't come across before, or maybe this is the group you left behind back when you blacked out.
They could be anybody.
Fair assessment, but also,
Well,
come on, buddy.
let's be cautious then. Maybe they're pretty hard for us to keep an eye on at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you're far enough out that you were able to see just flickers of motion.
Could I make a little bird?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Using a cantrip or using your spell.
Using my summon critter spell.
Okay.
That's literally what I called it.
Okay. What's the difficulty?
It is an average check.
Okay.
It can follow basic commands, but can't speak. Has to be within 500 yards of me.
Yep. This is non-combat.
Less an hour.
This is non-combat, so you can easily concentrate twice, giving yourself 2 boost dice.
Okay, here's 2 boost dice. Whoa, okay. A triumph 5 success. 6 success. Sorry, a triumph, 6 success, and 4 advantage. Did I do it?
Okay, I rolled 3 threat. So what do you create, and is there anything that you'd like to use your triumph for?
I'd like to create essentially a raven out of mostly wood-like supplies, but a bit of, he's got kind of like, because of where I picked up my loot last from the lab, he's got parts that are like little beakers of his wings and things like that.
Because you have the ability to, because you have primordial speech and primitive speech, I would allow you to use your triumph to be able to communicate with this thing. Like, I know you can already talk to it, but you can understand it, either telepathically or through understanding its verbiage.
Sure, that sounds good.
Cool.
All right, little buddy. I want you to fly and follow where the figures over there are, okay? So you're going to be where we can see you and follow and pointing to them, basically.
So yeah, there's 2 groups. There's groups that are there's some flittering in the woods and some folks on who are seen on the movement that was seen on the horizon of the field. Which direction do you point?
If I can communicate with them, actually, maybe. How well could I communicate? Like
locally. So if he flies away.
No, I mean, like.
How well does he take commands?
This is just a bird. So if I asked a bird, like, what type of species the other figures are with...
Go ahead and try. He'll communicate with you.
Okay. So
Bird, do my math homework.
Wait, oh, this sounds really complicated. I don't know that it can answer this.
Ravens are intelligent. They're intelligent creatures. They'll be able to convey basic descriptions.
Okay.
They can do your math homework.
They can at least talk to you about your math homework. Cool. Yeah, okay, then
He can do it, it just might not be correct.
I will ask him to go ahead to the group that's in the field then and try to figure out... Sorry, I'll talk to him. If you could just go ahead then, little buddy, and you just look at who's up ahead, and you come back to me and you tell them what they look like, okay? And I pat him on the head.
Kind of looks over at Ilya for a moment, and his piercing raven eyes see through you for a moment, and he flutters off in the northern direction. The northern direction. He flies up and overhead, circling once, twice before coming back, fluttering down onto your shoulder. He kind of nuzzles you a little bit, and he kind of gives a little bit of a chortle. And in primordial, he says, "Little man things, little grubby man things, little man things riding big, bigger man things riding big piggies. And so, yeah, that's what he tells you at first.
Okay, so there's little man things, and then there's like bigger man things riding pigs. I'm great at translating this to everyone. How many little men and how many big men?
It kind of cocks its head for a moment, and kind of looks back towards in the general direction, and considers for a moment, and he goes. It kind of chortles a moment and goes, three little men things. He goes, three big men things. Three big men things riding pigs. One more big men thing. Other little things moving in the forest.
It's a very specific bird who's good at detail.
Yes, he is.
Maybe he could do our math.
He's such a good boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good boy.
So, with this description, Josh, can I attempt knowledge people again?
Yeah.
And I'm just, he's such a good boy.
He's a good boy.
1 and 2 this time.
You've heard of boars, obviously. They're pretty native to the Fringewood. Clearly, these are some sort of creature that are capable of riding boars, which is known amongst mankin, specifically goblins and bugbears and associated kin. What they could be doing out here, not necessarily sure right off the gates as far as, but they're probably some sort of creature that lives off of this area, one way, shape, or another.
Still not quite sure what they are, but sounds like they're just riding boars. So something that has somehow tamed boars.
All right.
I don't think we've, like, when we ran into the the Platoon, they were riding wolves, right?
Correct. Very, very big wolves.
Wolves, and okay. Don't think we've run into anything that's ridden, like, boars before.
If it breathes, you can ride it.
Even if it doesn't.
Well, how many times have you seen something that rides centaurs?
Well, I've seen it at least 4 times now.
Trey goes, yeah, we don't normally let just anyone hop on our back. It's normally seen as degrading, but, in this particular case, it's our honor.
Oh, like, we didn't mean it as, like, an insult.
No,
this
no,
doesn't
no,
make
no.
you uncomfortable.
Absolutely not. We're just thankful to be able to return the favor here. We get a lot of horse jokes, you see.
Ah, that's what this is about.
I don't know why that would be. Anyway. Okay, sorry. I might have missed this part. Are they heading for us? Like, towards us or away from us?
I did not state.
Okay, little... Oh, no. Oh, no, what do I name the raven? Oh,
Skittlebutt.
no. What was that?
Skittlebutt.
Oh, okay, little Skittlebutt. Were they going away or toward us?
He kind of stops for a moment and kind of looks at you, kind of caws for a moment. He's not sure. He would have to look back. He was just counting, and it was hard to keep track of him, is what he says.
That's fair. That's fair. You're doing so good.
So with that, he takes up back off into the air again to go back and check. And
Shouldn't have named him.
with that, he poofs into a circling around. He goes and flies over onto one of the trees and stops for a moment. Now, can you go ahead and roll me 3 green dice?
Me?
Yes.
3 green dice. 3 success, 1 advantage.
You see him kind of like flutter back into the air and then start flying straight towards you.
Is everything all right?
He goes, big rat things. Big rat things tried to eat me.
Big rat
Uh-oh.
things like this, like this guy?
He kind of looks at him. Less shinies than this big rat thing.
Last shiny. We like the shiny. Yeah, he's very shiny. Okay, so there might be ratting over in the trees who are
Big
very mean to little scuttlebutt.
big rat things and pig lovers seem fixated on you. Big rat things, big pig guys looking over here.
This is sounding more and more like this is going to be a fight.
Well, be new for us, huh?
I knew we should have gone through the tree.
Oh, plot hole. Wallaby's riding tandem with one of you guys. And
He's just running alongside. He doesn't have his own centaur.
I'll take Wallaby.
you guys didn't explicitly state that you're going to take Duke the Woodward or ask him to come with you guys, so I'm assuming he stayed at the Buckums.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
However, you guys could spend a story point to retcon.
Bull wouldn't have asked him to come in his state.
Okay.
Well, it can't get much worse.
Right, Duke? I mean, he could be dead instead of just undead.
Or lose his other eye.
Right? He doesn't even... You don't even know if he uses the other one. Anyways. Strock starts pulling his axe up and out of its holster, starts looking it over and goes, well, suppose we can blitz on through these folks, get you where you need to go. Trey goes, brother, you know that's not what Dad said. What are you worried about, Trey? Finally gonna live a little. He goes, think about the sisters. And Austere kind of looks at her and goes, well, I'm not scared.
We were not hoping that you would not put yourselves in danger on our behalf. If it comes down to it, I at least, I don't want to speak for my other party members, am comfortable with a little bit of, or a lot of bit of violence.
I
I can take him.
if they don't get put in danger for us. I mean, that's just me.
Yeah, hear that, Trey? You can stay back with Zandra and Austere. I'm going with, don't mind. I haven't been sharpening this thing for nothing.
Well, we can't really stab you.
Man's always
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a choice, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna withdraw unsheath the sword, and ready my shield.
I'm gonna hop off. Whoever back I'm on.
Okay.
Yeah, Bull's gonna dismount and start jogging. Or he's going to jog to follow whoever's leading anyway, I should say.
And I'm just gonna tell Scuttlebutt to watch our flank, basically. And squawk if they start coming out towards us.
Bird comes back. Making maneuver. Rah! Jesus Christ, this bird is educated.
Okay.
Alright.
So you guys start
Wallaby
making
and I
your way
also
forward.
dismount, I assume. Probably holding hands.
Okay. And I have to delete all of these centaurs.
You hold hands.
Should we?
Anyone, any chance?
I hold a hook with my centaur steed.
Uh-huh.
Should we
Portrait.
have? Damn it! What's his name? Wallaby stay behind with the centaurs that aren't participating.
Wallaby
So as
feels no
you
man.
say this, Wallaby goes, "Well, I certainly wouldn't begrudge you guys the blood sport. I would hate to take more than my fair share. I'll just stay back with the wine."
The wine.
Oh, it's Wallaby. You should assume he has wine with him.
Then he goes, maybe there's a communication there. I don't know of any wine." Kind of like obviously side glances.
Wallaby, I'm beginning to suspect you might have a problem.
I certainly hope we don't have a problem. I just stocked up. With that, you guys move forward.
Yeah, I think it's about that time.
Okay. As you guys approach, marching order, and are you guys trying to do anything specific, knowing that these guys have seen you?
I take the lead.
All right.
Of course you
linger in
do.
the back.
All right.
I'm going to stay near. Damn it, Emery. I'll stay near Emery until we get to the fight
Okay.
because she's known to trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll walk next to Wretch. Whatever happens, we're going to be leaping into battle.
Yep. Okay. As you guys kind of stoically plod forward, over the hill stands a figure who kind of walks down towards you guys very obviously, with this kind of swagger. As he plods forward, you guys can start to like make out each other, and do you guys? So, just out of curiosity, out of the laws of chivalry, to make one's presence known, you could give a call or blow on a horn or a whistle, or just like try to hail them down, so to speak.
Wretch will try and hail the man down
Okay.
with his imposing voice of "Hey!"
Hey! You hear up ahead. Good day to you, sir. That wasn't supposed to be a me. I didn't even.
You be a pirate far from the sea.
You're a wee bit off course, matey.
Either be water in the grass.
What
They're
stands
land pirates.
What stands before you is a large bugbear in boiled leather armor. And he apparently has on him an axe as well as a small buckler as well. Apparently made of pretty light material too. His axe is put away on his side as he comes down to greet you guys on the road.
All right, I'll saunter forward to meet this individual and being the friendly face of the team.
And I will follow him.
Okay.
Being the friendly face of the team.
Saddling along next to Wretch and allow him to feel alone.
Okay, so you guys are.
I swear to God.
So now everyone's forming kind of like a breadth wall instead of marching single file, so to speak.
I'm
Emery behind.
I'm still lingering behind. I'm a little
Okay.
nervous.
He won't be able to see you as long as you stay behind me, Aurelia.
Classic Emery.
Crack looks at you and goes, "You sure you don't want up?"
Oh, I'm fine, thank you.
All right. And he's walking with you behind them at this point. I need you guys each to give me Actually, I'll have everyone but Wretch give me a vigilance check as Wretch is kind of going up to, kind of spearheading this engagement.
Hey, Wretch, I know that's what your whole character's built around, but fuck you for this one.
Well, it's the people on the sides that are kind of,
1 and 1.
3 success. Making it up for Wretch, just not paying attention.
Okay. That, luckily, is just enough. You're able to see that with the natural kind of hit as you approach this road, you see that it is kind of naturally set in kind of a ravine here with the positioning of the hills. But you manage to see a few rattan in the trees on the left, kind of scurrying up, kind of on the periphery of you guys in almost a flanking position.
0 and 3.
Yeah, you don't see that, sir.
I'm just like looking straight forward, staring at this owl bear.
Up ahead, behind the bugbear, you guys see
Bugbear.
large boar crest the hill with another bugbear on his back, kind of trotting down in your guys' direction.
Josh, just a quick refresher. I'm not familiar with bugbears. What do these things
So
look
a bugbear in this particular case represents like it's somewhere. If orcs were much hairier, that's probably what you're looking at. They typically have much more facial hair on the sides and longer locks, but they have a much more brutish look to them.
They're kind of like beastmen /
Yeah, they're kind of like a beast
Okay.
man. A beast man is a term that some lore will use, and this sometimes people will say bugbear, but in this particular way, those words are interchangeable for what you would see.
Okay.
Almost like if you were to think about like an ancient caveman. That's very close to what they would look like, with different colored skin, typically speaking, too. Anyways, the guy, as you guys walk towards him, he kind of stops a moment and kind of does one of these. That's pretty close now. Don't want to be getting too personal here.
So, who are you and what's going on?
Well, me and my friends, just in the neighboring woods, having ourselves a good old mushroom hunt. How about you? No, it's dangerous traveling in these parts.
Seems like a strange time to be mushroom hunting. Is it even the right season?
Well, mushrooms grow anywhere it's cold and dark, so you know, as long as there's some moisture.
Yeah, there was recently a bud wake, which lent enough water that this is the prime time after the scald spell that you guys felt. The mushrooms are actually really craving the humidity.
Oh, did you
We're
find
just
truffles?
taking a
Did you
stroll, stroll on through here. It's headed northwest, we'll say. We're well aware of the danger, but being afraid of the dark doesn't delay the sunset.
Yeah, no, you're right. Got places to be, things to do. Say, speaking of which, I don't mean to be much of a bother, but, it's dangerous in these parts, and recently a couple of our pigs have really been taken a beating, a thrashing from the locals, and well, let's just say that we've been put on to hard times, so we needed to, subsidize our truffling experiences with other enterprises. In this particular way, we've kind of been seeing to these roads, making sure that everything stays nice and tidy for both us and the farmers. And I would just ask, as other travelers in this land, that you go ahead and pass a little coin on our way. That way we
Can
can
I
keep
interrupt him
maintaining
at
the
this point?
roads used through, so that you use. Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just gonna interrupt while he's explaining that and just be like, I don't really think you guys are government figures. So I guess this would technically be a coercion, but saying something along the lines of I don't think you guys are government figures. I think you're a little full of crap. If you really want your animals fixed, I could probably fix them for you. If you just want our money, you're not gonna get that. If you just take a quick look at who you're talking to, we don't seem like the hand over your money kind of sort. But I can
Yeah,
I
not
can
in the
fix
mood
your
for-
animals.
Not in the mood for racketeering or thinly veiled threats. We're willing to help strangers as we come along them, and my friend here, he can heal quite a lot. Quite a lot. It's a very valuable service. Doesn't require, any sort of threats. It doesn't require handing over any money. You can speak for yourself, Reg. But yeah, I think he'd be willing to do you a kindness if you just let us pass without any kerfuffle.
And Bull just grunts and puts on his scary face.
But and I do interject as all the scariness is happening, and I'm just like, but if you really have animals that need help, I could do that free of charge as a friend of the road.
Okay, with that, I'm gonna need. Why don't the three of you up front give me a coercion check, while Emery rolls a vigilance check.
Okay.
I swear to God, if I'm not a part of this one as well, it's like, Josh, let me use my willpower.
1 and 1, not per vigilance.
2.
All right,
2 success.
5 and 1.
I also got 2 success.
So 5 and 1 on your coercion.
I roll 4 dice. Yeah.
Jesus balls. Is coercion willpower based?
Yeah.
Okay. So unfortunate. So how do I put this? Okay. So you look at this guy and you start saying, you start listing the equipment that you have and start talking up a fair game. And Bull, joins in, and as you guys are doing this, some other figures are moving into place, and you see that this Emery. Emery, what'd you roll?
I rolled a 1 and 1.
1. Okay, so you just kind of start getting a bit nervous, but Wretch, you are just able to see it out of the corner of your eye. The guy is sweating bullets up front, and he gives a head nod to the side. And with that, it seems like he got scared into blitzing his ambush. I need everyone to give me a initiative check. And Wretch, because of your perceptiveness while you're pushing on this guy, you will get, what's that? Check my ambusher thing here quick. Where's my notes?
You're so perceptive.
What are we rolling for initiative?
You'll be rolling cool or vigilance. Okay, yeah,
Fuck.
you'll be rolling, so you will, this guy will not be getting a surprise round, and you will not be surprised this round. That's what it will be.
I got him as 0.3.
1 second, I gotta do a whole bunch of stuff on my side before we get going there.
Can I just...
You said I can do discipline for our initiative roll?
You can do cool.
Oh,
Cool and discipline, or just cool?
Cool. Oh, sorry. Yes, you would be doing cool. You can't do discipline specifically. I was just saying that you aren't surprised this round.
Okay. Got it.
I don't know if you know this or not, Austin, but there is an ability that I use on my other character called Constant Vigilance, and that makes all initiative rolls based off of your vigilance.
I'll need to go find that one.
Ironically,
I can't remember what tier it is, but
I have something similar. I have outmaneuver. It says I can use an appropriate knowledge skill when making checks to determine initiative. Would knowledge nature be okay in this case, or would knowledge people be more appropriate?
This would be knowledge people.
Okay, but I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna roll like shit anyway.
That just solves everybody's issues.
I'm still thinking about the mushrooms, so.
Why is my music being all funny? There we go. I was trying to play two songs at the same time. There you are.
Event mushroom hunting, we are head hunting.
And Slayer. Toiler. There we go.
Slayer.
And everyone should have all of their story points back at the start of this, too.
all of them.
Yeah, you should have 2 story points at the start of this session. Okay. Alright. And then I need to roll for these motherfuckers. Come on, why are you being mean? Okay, let's just...
So for the longest time, when you were talking about deermen, I thought you were literally talking about people that were deer, kind of like centaurs. But now I see it's a place on the map.
Oh, Deerman is a Diermun. It's a tribe.
Okay, so when you say deermen, you're referring to the tribe, not a person that is literally a deer.
Correct. They actually do this time. Right. And then Captain. Split livery. Honey, can you roll for me a green and a yellow?
Sure.
And...
Wow, better than mine. Great.
Oh,
You
yeah?
did great.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
1 success, 3 advantage.
Okay, and then what did you get?
Like me?
Yes, you.
4 advantage, like a pro.
Nice. Oh yeah, what'd you
Nice.
get?
I got 3 advantage.
Jesus. Okay, and then Ratch, what did you get?
1 and 1.
Okay. Descending order. Okay, so you guys.
What about me?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you. I have a lot of things in this roll. Bull, what'd you get?
2.1.
Okay. So the starting at the top, the rats get a or essentially these 3 guys down at the bottom get to have a
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we're still on the map.
oh shit, you guys are on there. Okay. There we go. So there's a surprise round. Not all of them get to activate on it though. However, the rat and scavengers come down off of this hill. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. They're able to
Where's the guy we were talking to?
blitz on up. He's right here.
Oh,
He's in front of us.
Realistically, he could be like right there.
Bad rat, dead rat.
All right. Rats try to swarm up onto Ilya. Gnashing with their tiny little toofsies. So they're gonna do a melee attack against you, sir.
is that a minion group?
Yes.
So is that? I've screwed this up a few times. 4 purple and 1 black.
No. 1 purple and 4 black.
Okay. Come on.
So this should be 2 yellows. Two success, 1 advantage.
That guy rolled a 10.
Ilya?
Hold on. And the X is a failure, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 and 3 failure, 1 threat.
3 failure, 1 threat. Yeah, they jump at you, and you just you check the first one with your shield, and he blasts into his 2 buddies, stumbling them backwards. Next on the initiative for the surprise round are these rats over here who are going to scamper down.
You silly fuck up what you
over there. Bugbear leader does not have a chance. No. And then this guy is going to come charging out of the woods and is going to engage Strack. Could you roll me 1... Ilya, can you roll me 1 purple and 1 black die?
Yes.
His real name's Dustin.
Yeah. All right. Get off my back.
1, it's who I am on the inside that counts. 1 failure.
What's the roll? Okay. Oh, he's supposed to get plus a boost die. It's 1 failure. The boar goes skittering past as Strock takes his axe and hooks the tusk and turns it at the last moment out of the way from this pig. But meanwhile, out of the brush charges another pig straight at Bull. Bull, give me a melee defense check. Jesus!
And I know this is a surprise round, but you have me at the way bottom.
It's because I didn't hit descending. Thank you. Doesn't auto update that. I rolled 7 advantage.
Well, all I have to do is roll 1.
You don't even have to roll one failure.
Well, I rolled 1 and 1.
Okay, so he's going to spend 4 advantage to do the disengage action and basically get a charge past you. As he basically just misses you entirely. Go crashing through the brush like this bugbear.
I just did like what those guys that fight bulls do. I just sidestep 1 step.
Mm-hmm.
Matador.
Yeah, Matador. There we go.
At which point, Ilya, you get to activate during the surprise round.
I get to activate
Sorry,
it?
Wretch. Wretch gets to activate during the surprise round.
All right. So I'm going to waddle forward and try and shatter this boar's back leg.
All right.
Is it worth spending a story point? Not yet. Not on the first attack. Okay. I will try and shatter this fool's leg. Just making sure I have my stat correctly. Yes, I do. Cool. Boop.
Actually, he knows nothing because he's larger.
Okay, and then I just need to check natural 1 sec because I just read it. Spend a story to re-roll either a check of channeling. Okay, I'd have to read the whole thing. Never mind. Not gonna do that. So 3.
Our lucky charms allow us a roll of any number of dice once a day.
I did not attune to it.
You chose not to?
I mean,
Y'all could have attuned.
Okay. I didn't consciously choose to, but if we could have, I would have done that, I guess.
Yeah, you can attune to as many items as you have intelligence, and I don't think you have... I think maybe your holy icon is the only thing that would require attunement.
All right. Then I am max attuned with 2 things. Okay. I'll reroll this yellow that just got an advantage because this thing sucks. There we go. 4 success, 2 advantage, and a triumph.
Nothing!
Oh boy. Okay. So that is 3. I keep forgetting this every time, but if I have the talent that lets me roll as if I'm using my willpower, I still factor the damage off of my brawn, right?
Correct.
Okay, so then 3, 4. Then where the hell is my blasting thing? There it is. Okay, so 10 damage.
Yeah,
It has disorient 2. So this thing is disoriented, takes 10 damage, and I'm going to crit it with the triumph. In which case, I'm hoping I get the shattered leg, because that's what I was aiming for.
The shattered leg?
Well, I said I was trying to break its leg.
Oh,
so
yeah. You know what? With your triumph, I'll allow you to hobble it.
All right. His back left leg ain't feeling so good.
And he's disoriented. Did you proc your blast or no? Because that would allow that to apply to the rider.
I didn't have enough advantage.
Okay.
Maybe one more.
All right, so you crack down on this thing, and you see its leg like turn sideways, and like dislocate for a moment, and it's like trying to like hobble on still.
I'm gonna stare pointedly at the guy who sprung the ambush because he is right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
He looks at you. He's kind of got like surprise on his face, but then like the wind blows a bit of the sweat on his brow, and it chills it, and he kind of like grits his eyes and pulls his axe out of its loop on his belt.
How does one grit its eyes?
He puts
Did he
sand
like
in.
throw sand in his eyes?
He squints, man. All right, and then with that, it's the end of the surprise round. So we're back to the top with the rat and scavengers that are on Ilya. Ilya, they're gonna focus on you and swing. If you could.
Hope the coin was worth it, you little shits.
Okay, so the 2 and 1 of them is swapped out. Let's focus. 3 success.
Wow. 4 failure, 1 threat.
Damn it. Okay. They kind of like they jump at you, and once again, one of them gets up onto your shield, and you kind of like raise it out of just sheer like ugh, and it's like leaning down on you and you smell its rotten breath. Ah! And then as that comes, 2 of the other ones rush underneath the shield, and you manage to like swat at them just to get enough to get them to like back away. Give us your things.
I'll give you my sword.
Meanwhile, the bugbear leader charges Wretch. Wretch, can you give me a defense check? And unfortunately, he does not get to use Brutal Opportunist because you were prepared for him.
I pointedly said I was staring at him. He
does
surprises
get-
you. How?
He does get 4 success, a triumph, and 3 advantage, though.
All right, I got 2 failure, 2 threat.
2. Okay. So his hammer comes down on you for... Oh, roll one extra black die, please. What do you get?
Do an extra black die?
Roll black die.
So fancy. Now it is 3 threat.
So 1 extra threat you roll?
Yeah.
Okay. So the hammer comes down on you doing 10... Sorry, the axe comes down on you doing 10 pierce 2. And he's going to use his triumph to do sunder on you. So you have to pick... On the cheat sheet, you have to pick 1 item to be damaged 1 step for you. Item traits, Control F. So
I think it's just my plate armor. I mean, I don't have anything else that would do that.
yeah, it's your choice. But like, if you wanted to parry with your weapon and have your weapon be damaged, or if you wanted your backpack, I would allow your backpack to be damaged. But you don't know if like a health potion gets crumpled in there, or etc. So that's generally like the 3 things I would allow right up, like based off of what's on superficial.
Nah, these boots were made for walking. This plate was made for taking some hits.
All right. So as that happens, these scavengers come moving in, positioning behind their boss.
So I just put damage next to it. Is that all I needed to do?
Yeah, damage
it'll have hit points on it.
Yeah, there should be HP for it. Wait, no, that's not. That's hard points. Sorry.
Yeah, that's hard points.
I thought there was a spot for damage.
Yeah, there is. There's a broken column in the inventory.
1, 2, 3,
So you just put broken
yeah.
1.
Okay.
If you look back in the items cheat sheet, it'll tell you how many times it can be broken.
Gotcha.
All right. That pig is moving up into place. Next up we have... What is this? Okay, next up we have Tyrus the Bowl Grimvein.
While all this is happening, I'm just standing here in my own little world like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm going to spend 1 advantage, or not 1 advantage, 1 strain, and bull rush the boss dude.
All right. It's a versus athletics check.
Yes, and I've got size matters. So that, what does that do for me again? I forget.
You get boost dice equal to ranks and tough.
Yeah. Upgrade my athletics versus checks for every 2 ranks I have in tough, and so I would be upgraded once at this point in time.
Nice.
And it is athletics. And my athletics is currently 5 green dice. So I upgrade 1 to a yellow. Oh, shit. 3 success, 3 advantage, plus a triumph.
Ah, the triumph is enough. That's what you spend the triumph and you knock him on his ass. You want to knock him prone, push him, or both, or neither?
Knock him prone.
All right.
I need to keep him in range. So now, I'm gonna bring the axe down.
Yeah, you are.
Theoretically, or like for real?
Josh, I forget. With him being prone, do I get a boost, or does he just not get defense?
You get a boost. I rolled 2 threat.
Alright, so that takes care of the boost die. So that's 5 success and 3 advantage.
Damn. All right. Bring down the hammer.
$14 pierce 2.
Damn. 14 pierce 2.
And then 3
He is
advantage.
bloodied. Your axe comes down and he puts his shield over his face, but the axe is just short of his face. It clips the bottom of his shield rips through it and catches him on the chest and like cracks through his armor and rips up a chunk of his chest. He's like, ugh! And you see like a rib sticking out of his armor.
Was the coin worth it, you son of a bitch?
Sorry, I forgot to pull up my cheat sheet. I'm seeing what I can do with the advantage. Oh wait, well, shit. No, I don't want to do that because Wretch is right there. He is going to receive a setback on his next check.
All right.
If he's still alive.
Yeah, if he makes it back to his next turn. Okay. Strock now is going to uncouple his axe from this thing's tusks, and he's going to bring it back down on these guys. Can I have you, Emery, roll me? This would be 2 green dice and a boost die.
And a boost die?
Yeah.
2 and 2.
Okay. The first he swings, and the first blow, the bugbear manages to catch on his shield, but then the guy kind of looks down at the pig and just kind of brings it back around and down into the pig, which it was kind of leaning away at that point. It was more of a glancing blow, but it is enough to start getting some damage on these guys. And then it is the pig's turn, who is going to. Let's see here. The bugbear on the back is going to attempt to beat on Strock. Can I have you roll a purple and a black die?
Me?
Yes.
1 and 1.
And unfortunately, because he came down on the pig, the other guy manages to get a glancing blow on the shoulder of Strock, hitting him. He kind of like, ugh! He kind of like rears up for a moment there after the blow. How do I uncouple you? Ungroup. There we go. Okay. With that, it is the lamed pig's turn, and
We forgot when that bolt or when that boar charged me. We forgot to do something, but it's not going to matter now. But just in the future, the first time anybody activates on me, they have to do the fear check.
Okay. Having this pig turn around at the start of its activation, I'll just do the fear check here on it. Go ahead and roll the difficulty dice for it, and I'll roll the discipline check. What is discipline? 2, 1.
Alright, so it says it's equal to my ranks in fearsome. I have fearsome 2, so would that be 2 purples?
Yes.
2 threat.
2 threat. Okay. He's a bit driven on by the bloodlust and battle fury here, and he's going to turn and charge Ilya. And so he's going to get an extra setback die. So add an extra black die to his roll here, and this dude's going to take 2 strain, having limped along with his piggy, who's much slower than he was before.
So, what am I rolling?
Just your melee defense.
Okay. An extra black die for that?
Yes. So you get 5 black dice now. God damn it.
Oh, fuck. Wow, 1.2.
Whoa, okay. You have 1 threat to spend. However, the tusks catch you from behind, ill-prepared. And because of his charge, he gets a little bit extra damage here. He's going to do 12 damage into you. You do have 1 threat you can spend if you'd like to recover a strain or something along those lines. Get a boost die for your next roll.
Well, fucking yeah, boost die for my next roll would be nice. Holy shit. Yeah.
All right. And then it is Wretch's turn.
All right. So the guy in front of me is pretty messed up, right?
Yeah, he's pretty messed up.
And he's still prone.
And he's still prone.
And he's still prone.
I'm gonna lean over him and attempt. Again, like coercion, it feels weird because it's half coercion, half not. But like, you can make of it what you will. I'm gonna lean over him and say, you know, it doesn't have to be this way. I can fix you like that. And I'm gonna snap my fingers. You'll be right as rain. You don't have to die in these woods for literally no reason.
Give me a leadership or a negotiation check, because that's what this would be.
Okay. Leadership is presence, and I do have a career point in it. Nice. And negotiation is presence with nothing. So I'm going to try to leadership this man.
All right.
I am the captain now.
I'm going to spend one of my precious story points to upgrade the check.
All right.
Since I calmly walked across the field towards him, shattered the leg of a boar, then he attacked me with an axe. I didn't even like flinch at it, and then my comrade just gutted him. I'm thinking this guy may not have appropriately estimated what he was doing. So if I spend a story point, I turn a green into a yellow, or I add a yellow.
Turn a green into a yellow.
Okay. Well, with 2 yellows, I got 3 and 1.
3 and 1. That is okay. So he looks up at you. Yeah, please. He seems cowed.
Okay.
Gotta call his buddies off, though.
Lay hands. So is that a maneuver to talk to him?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Then he does not get my strength of faith. He gets the usual amount of faith, which is rather zealous anyway.
Did you get him to call his buddies off first?
Can't do that with a broken throat. Also, I'm not the type to think that far ahead.
We can just kill him again or bring him real close. I'm okay with that.
I mean,
I'll only heal him a little bit.
all right. So, healing. What does that
Average
take?
check, right?
It's an average check, yes. Again, I haven't done it yet today, so none of that nonsense.
No headaches for you yet.
Not yet. 5 and 1 after I turn 2 advantage into success with faith healing.
1 and 1.
Okay, so 4 uncancelled success plus my holy icon is 10 healing for this man.
You heal him back to full health.
And I help him, well, if I can, I offer a hand to help him to his feet.
So yeah, you reach down and you touch his plate, and you kind of like push in the rib bone that's sticking out, and you hear, ah! Is it like, does that like werewolf thing where it's like, sort of thing, jerking motions, and with that, he gets like, ugh. If you have another maneuver, you can help him to his feet.
I'll spend 2 strain to do it.
Okay.
We're going all out on the negotiation train.
He's kind of speechless still at this point, but yeah, you get him up. Meanwhile, Emery.
All right. My raven comes swooping in and starts to harry the guy, the boar. It was the boar that attacked him, not the guy, right? Or are they together? Either way.
It's a guy riding a boar.
Okay. Well, either way, it's harrying one or both of them, whatever.
Okay. That's
whoever
a giant raven.
Oh my god!
Ah! Goodness!
It's still big.
I'm working.
Caw.
Very impressive.
You have established a caca and tuck it don't work.
They do work. We have very much established that this time. All right.
Okay, so that's just a maneuver, and he just automatically does the thing.
Yeah, he basically hinders them, like the extra black die when they do stuff.
Yeah.
And then I want to do Innervate, which is an ability I haven't done before. It's an average check, short range. It's concentration. It increases the ability checks by giving 1 extra green die to the target. So I want to be like, be careful!
Okay. Are you doing this to Strock or to Ilya?
To Strock.
Does your ability, does it give you extra people on advantage?
It doesn't say anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all it says, is those, like that sentence.
Okay, what's the difficulty check?
Average.
Average. Okay.
5 success, 1 advantage.
Okay. 4th red. So, could you reread the spell? It's extra ability. Upgraded his ability.
It gives an extra green die to the target. Increase ability checks by 1 extra green die.
By just one, not like by.
It says increase ability checks, extra green die for the target.
Okay.
That's all it says.
Oh yeah, it's just yeah. So all of his checks are easier here. Yep. Okay. So with that, yeah, you seem like kind of like shake off that last hit, and gets ready to pump himself up.
Up his jam.
I would say with your extra success, I would say two ability dice, so to speak. So I'll upgrade it twice.
Thank you.
I'm not sure exactly how. There should be like an advantage ability on that or something along those lines. So we'll have to circle back to that at some point.
We can do that.
Yep.
Later.
Yep. Okay. Is that it?
Yep.
All right, Ilya, over to you, sir. You are surrounded.
Holy shit. Okay. I'm gonna take care of the grumpiest thing first. Can I do that? Will that provoke an attack of opportunity to turn to the boar guy?
No, you're engaged with one boar already. Like, if you attack the one that's engaged with you, you're fine. It's if you're to break engagement with the one that's engaged with you to go after the one that's engaged with Strock. If he has the talent attack of opportunity, it would proc it.
Well, I'm going to attack the guy that just hit me because I find that rather disagreeable.
Okay.
That is my melee light attack.
The guy or the boar?
Well, I figured the guy is in control of the boar.
No, that's no problem. I was just verifying who you're going to swing at.
And I'm going to use a story point to breach.
Oh, okay. That's particularly effective on this guy.
2 and 4.
So if you're swinging at him, he actually gets a defense die. I rolled 1 threat.
So then that's... Let's see here. So it's my brawn. So the uncancelled success plus my brawn plus the +4 on my sword, that's 9 damage?
Okay. With that, you hack the dude off the mount. You just kind of like angrily backslash at him, and you chop like into his torso, and like you would have cut him in half if your sword was a bit longer, but it like cuts him to halfway through, and he like starts to fall off the side, and it almost like accordions out a little bit. And you hear him screaming for his mom as he falls over, and the pig's kind of like a bit startled that its mount just slumped off of him.
And I scream at the top of my lungs, was the coin worth it? Could I spend some strain to kill the rattan?
You want to kill people with strain? What?
No, I mean to attack again, sorry.
No, because you do not
Okay.
have extra attack as a talent or anything like that.
Okay.
If that's you, we can go back to the top of the round. And the Rattan are there. And sensing an opportunity as you swing at their buddy, they're going to see if they can get an attack behind you.
Okay. Wow, that was 3 threat.
Okay, they do manage to get their fetid blades just enough to get into you. That's 6 damage.
Can I parry that?
Yes, you can.
Why the fuck didn't I parry the other one?
And I would say because you parried it, and I'll allow that their rat fever does not take hold. Because you parried the blade.
Okay. Fuck, that was awful. Yeah, okay.
And with that, it is the leader's turn, and he kind of looks around and he shouts out to this bugbear on this mount over here. He goes, Gibbons, get out of here! And he's gonna turn to run away, and he's gonna be, as he's running, he's gonna be whistling, but like presumably it's like a call. It's a like a call whistle, not like, you know what I mean. It's a
Yeah.
Anyways, so he's turning and he's running. And as he runs away, the rats run in.
Catch.
Thinking that this is their opportunity to change their place amongst the group in their group dynamics. They're going to go after the biggest thing in this space, but they have to check for fear first. So go ahead and roll 2 purple dice, sir.
1 and 2.
Oh, that's a green die. Yeah, they run in and they kind of look at you and like suddenly regret the moment and seeing their boss running away. They kind of like and 2 in the front are gonna turn around and run past the 2 in the back, and the 2 in the back are going to turn targets and charge Wretch.
I feel like I deserve that somehow.
No way, buddy.
I got 2 and 1.
All right. 0-2.
0 and 2. Okay, so they do 6 damage. Do you take any damage, or do you soak all 6?
I soak all of it, and I just kind of look at them. My expression is sad.
Okay, so they go to claw at you, and they're like, yeah! And one of them has this like shitty little like copper sword, and it just like bends completely over when he hacks at your fancy new Katarina blade. And he kind of like looks at his sword, like looks at you with like this like look on his face. And then that is going to be those rats. The bugbear, who was going to charge Ilya for +6 damage, turns and makes after his boss here. And you see him as he runs up to his boss. His boss is like, the boss just like checks him off of the pig and goes to get onto the pig. Bull, it is your turn.
Quick question, because I can't remember. Does my brawn affect my soak or my wounds?
Yes, it affects both.
What does it do?
It is the base of your brawn is your soak until you get armor, and then it's added to that. And your brawn adds to your base health pool upon character creation, right out the gates. It should be like 10 plus your brawn or something like that.
Okay. All right, my turn, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, your wound threshold is 10 plus your brawn right out the gates. So when you increased your brawn, that should have gone up, and your soak should have gone up.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah. He a chunk of boy.
With this, I'm going to activate my ult.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna smicky smack the one direct north of me.
Yep, they are considered a minion group, so overcrush damage will bleed into the rest of them. He does. They do have 2 black melee defense dice. Look at you, little guys. Oh shit! It doesn't matter. 2 threat.
All right. Well, I'll just turn my triumph into an extra success then. So that's 1. I can't remember. So 1 triumph, does that count as 1 success or 2 success if you convert it?
Well, the triumph. If you were talking about the face of the die, that would be 2 success if you converted it.
Okay.
But keep in mind, a triumph can be spent to do a critical injury, and on a minion group, that is an instant kill.
But then activating my ult would be pointless.
I mean, you could move and then hit other things.
Yeah. All right. So I hit. Do you need me to figure damage or just activate a crit?
How much damage do you do? I rolled 2 threat.
10 pierce 2.
10 pierce 2. That is just enough to kill both of them without using the triumph.
Okay, so that's 1 minion group.
Yep, they're dead. I'm saying the other 2 that ran away are.
I didn't know if all 4 of them were a minion group or if the 2 of them was a minion group.
They were 1 minion group, but they split up when 2 of them ran away.
All right.
You can send the triumph to get a free maneuver.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, what I can do. Well, free maneuver only costs 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I am going to make this boar lose a defense.
Okay.
Which costs 4 advantage.
Okay, so you swing at those guys, and afterward you
it's just a blood curdling roar that scares this guy, I'll say.
Yeah.
So then take 1 step towards him, which procs Bull Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Which is Come here, all my dice.
I will be right back.
Which will be 2 success and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 advantage.
Let's go check it. Okay. That is a lot of dice for pig. How much? 2 success?
2 success, 5 advantage.
That is unfortunately not enough to push this push this pig over.
Even with a broken leg?
Even with a broken leg. It rolled 5 success.
Oh, and I spent 2 strain to make that maneuver, and then I am going to attack again.
Alright. On the pig?
Yep.
Okay. It rolls nothing. Poor pig.
Okay, so I got 2 and 4.
Okay.
Is the rider still alive or is the rider dead?
No, the rider is. I mean, he's gurgling on the ground with his guts spilled out. He's not really alive.
Well, is he technically alive?
I'll say that he's technically still breathing, but he's terminally ill.
All right. So 4, 5, 6, 11. 11 pierce 2, and then I'm gonna proc blast.
Okay. 11 pierce 2, and then what's your blast rating right now?
Blast is Gotta remember what fucking sheet it's on. Blast is 3.
3 damage?
It's a blast of 3.
Yeah, so...
let me see here. Yeah, I'm checking here.
Blast 3 would be 3 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so you hit this thing, and as you do, you heave it towards Ilya and the rat group. smashing into them. Ilya and the front rat takes 3 damage, which... did you have any uncancelled advantage?
How much does it take to proc blast?
2.
2, then I'd have 2 uncancelled.
Okay, I would say if you spend that, you can kill off one of the rats on the other side.
It lands on and crushes one of the rats.
Yep. So, crushes one of the rats, doing a total of 3 damage to Ilya. In the meantime, as one of the boar's hooves catches him behind the knee.
Is that soakable damage for him?
No, it is not soakable.
Fuck.
Sorry, I'm losing myself in my berserk. I'm not that concerned with my allies right now.
You know.
Oh, and I also have attack of opportunity now for the next 2 turns.
Yep. Okay. Is that you?
Yep.
Okay. Strock now is going to attempt to smash this guy in front of him. Sarah, can you now roll me 3 green and a yellow?
That's what I'm talking about. Also, the thing in front of him has an extra disadvantage or whatever on all of its stuff.
Yep.
2 and 2.
2 and 2. Okay. He does get in just enough to gash into this guy on his mount, but the dude's still hanging on there. He's bloodied. Unfortunately, Strack does not hit as hard as heroes. And seeing this stuff go south, this guy's going to attempt to charge past you guys, and he's going to go for you, Emery.
How rude.
Mm-hmm. Opportunist. Pig attacking! Doing pig attack stuff.
Is the guy still on that one, or did he get knocked off?
Dude's still on it.
Is it still being harried by the
Yes.
crow? So would I get an extra black die effectively?
Correct.
Ooh, 3 failure.
Oh, that is just enough
1
that
breath.
he has to spend his triumph to hit you.
What a jerk.
Yeah, so he does. He's going to do...
He's gonna sneeze really loud.
He does 10 damage after his charge.
10?
Yes, as the boar grunts and like gets you with its tusks.
So rude!
Yeah.
I kind of like fall to one knee thematically.
Okay, and then he's gonna spur the pig on to see if he can get a little bit further away. At this point,
I would have just bought some mushrooms!
but I just bought some mushrooms. The other pig is going to flee. Are any of you guys going to take care of attacks of opportunity as it goes? And it's actually going to try to dash for this bush.
Yeah, I'll take my attack of opportunity on it.
Okay, Ilya?
You know what? It's just an animal. It's not evil. I don't think it really wanted any of this bullshit, so I'm gonna let the boar pass.
Okay. Bull, go ahead. I roll nothing.
That's just a normal attack roll, right?
Yep.
Are such a sweetie.
13 pierce 2.
13 pierce 2. Yeah, that's enough to you like arc your axe down and you cleave off the non-broken leg of the back of this thing, and it falls over into the bush. And it's like it's still alive, but it's mechanically it's dead. It's lost one of its legs, and its other leg is broken and lame. And it's
if necessary, I can do 3 more damage by spending my 2 advantage.
No, you don't need to do that. I mean, you can kill it.
Okay.
How would you like to do this? It's dead.
Well, I'm in my berserk state at the moment, so it's going to be balls to the wall. So I will proc my blast on it again.
Oh God. Okay. Well, that would do damage to you and Ilya again as it's leaving, because it would still
Isn't it? Blast is only things engaged with me.
Engaged with it.
Oh, because it's between us.
Correct.
When I technically attack it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So I won't do that then.
Okay. So I'll say mechanically, if you wanted to kill it. You cleave off the front leg, and as it's trying to run by, you grab its back leg, and then you pull it towards you and bring the axe down onto its spine, and just crumple it right then and there. Pig is dead. And then it's Wretch.
Can I spend my advantage or no?
No, we're not.
Okay.
That gets a bit into the crazy world.
Okay. I'll just wander towards Emery because I heard she got gored pretty bad.
Thanks.
That's as far as I can get this round.
All right. Emery.
Didn't have to be like this. They're so rude. I'm gonna hobble towards Wretch. And I might as well try to do Innervate for him, so give him an extra green die.
Okay.
On his test to prove... Oh my god.
You crushed it.
I crushed it with advantage. 6 advantage, no success on 3 yellow dice and a green die.
I will say that you intuitively keep concentration on Strock. Like you go to cast a spell and it just stays on your friend.
Alright. That's fine. I just hobble and lose 2 strength. And that's my turn.
Ilya. What do you want to do with your crow?
He'll give boost to my rat friend.
Alright. It flutters by and gives you a moment of encouragement.
Thank you.
Ilya.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill the rat in front of me.
All right.
Assholes. Trying to give me the sick.
They are pretty.
Wow. Yeah, I got 4 success.
Sorry, I gotta roll these here. 2 and 1.
So that's another 9 damage.
You slay the one in front of you quite easily. In fact, as you slay the first one, the second one casts a skitter to a stop as you lower your blade, and it starts he slips and cuts himself on it just slightly. There's a little bit of over crush damage on him.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take a maneuver and get close.
Okay. At that point, all these guys are...
If you have Bull Rush, that can proc automatically and you can knock him prone.
I do have Bull Rush. In fact, I have Bull Rush Supreme.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what's the check for that?
Athletics.
Athletics.
Okay, well, I got that.
Well, good luck beating my 1 green die.
Okay. Let's see here. What? You talk that way. Yeah, 1 and 3.
You knock him on his ass. Would you like to move him a range band or no?
No, I just want him prone because
okay.
I'm gonna kill him.
You knock him down, and he's very terrified at this point. Bull, it's over to you.
Well, the guy I was going to attack is no longer on the map.
Yeah,
they just suddenly disappeared. Let's see here. I'm going to spend 2 strain to move extra spaces for my Bull Rush, and I'm going to Bull Rush this motherfucker.
All right. Are you going to try to rip the guy off the top of his pig, or are you going to try to knock the pig down?
I'm going to try and topple the pig.
Topple the pig? Okay, then you contest the pig. who is stupid strong.
4 and 1.
Not stronger than Bull though. Yeah, you run over and you get one of your one of your horns underneath of him, and with your shoulder you upend this gigantic pig. I'm gonna roll a coordination check for the rider and see if he gets partially crushed here. Can you roll me 2 purple dice and a black die?
Fourth threat.
4th threat? Okay, so he does just barely manage to get crushed by his pig. So just barely manages to avoid getting crushed by his pig.
Meanwhile, on my rush there, I took a tree down, but...
Yeah. Okay, pig is down. Guy is down. What do you do?
Alright, so I spent 2 strain to do that, and 2 strain to make the maneuver, and I'm going to smicky smack the piggy.
Alright.
Four and nothing.
Okay. Nothing over here.
Okay.
Did you get your boost die, right?
Oh, no, I didn't. I forgot. That adds 1 more success, so...
Yeah. These poor pigs.
14 pierce 2.
Okay. Pig's still alive.
And then I get him again with the backhand.
This pig can take more hits than I can.
Yeah.
Does it have a bigger health pool than me, or just
they got 20 health.
It is bigger than me.
Yes,
It
they
is
are.
better than
They are very
me.
big.
4 and 3. Rolled nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, you kill the pig. With the 3 advantage, you can kill the guy on the other side of it as the pig thrashes into him.
Yeah, I can. I'll just throw the pig at him again.
Yeah. You just kick the pig and it rolled over onto the guy underneath.
Damn.
Yeah, damn. And then Strock rides down the remaining Rattan. And you hear him shouting, "Damn! Yeah! By the he goes, Wranglers, might that was some good action." And he seems pretty jazzercised by what just occurred. As you guys kind of take assessment as the remaining trufflers run off into the dead of night. Run off into the twinkling light. What do you guys do?
As the centaur is celebrating, I'm going to catch his attention, so he looks at me, and then I hold up 6 fingers.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'll get there. God,
Are they still within sight?
The boar rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna get close to the road and scream after them. If you come back here, I will take your life personally.
Fair.
You hear a couple of the rat in the background off in the distance going. And with that, the rest of the group comes trotting up, and you see Wallaby go, "What a scrap that was! Oh, amazing from the sidelines! Best show I've had in ages!"
Once again, I didn't happen to see you. Where were you this whole time?
Well, someone had to stay back with our jolly old chaps in the back and make sure that none of them ratting got around and ambushed them. And, keep an eye on the more innocent folk, the youngins over here.
Oh, good. Everybody in the back line, nice and safe?
Trey goes, "Yes, Emery. Yes, they. It seems like they are pretty distracted by the full might of whoever you guys are.
Just
The
a
murder carps.
couple of
Hey,
friends.
we didn't murder nearly as many people as we could have.
No, you were merciful. That's unusual for a group.
Strack rears up on his legs. He goes, we can still go after them. I can run down those pigs any day.
No, I thought that was really, really cool of you, Wretch, with the whole like we're not gonna kill you, and you actually let one guy go, and that was really neat. And then
and then Bull didn't.
and Bull, that was a lot of blood. Yeah.
A lot of violence. We're very proud of you.
As you say that, I'm like kneel down on the grass, scraping all the gore off my axe.
Strack is acting all coked up in the background because he's all innervated.
Yeah.
So strong.
Forget that this is not a normal day for people.
One of the Trey's twin sister looked a bit ill, the sighting of the blood and viscera in the immediate surroundings.
Can I attempt to heal Emery, or is she just gonna bleed out?
No, that's fine.
That'd be
Right.
nice.
You're that close to dead?
I'm at 10 of 17, dude.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Are you
barely
strength
even
of faith? My faith is strong. Okay. And after using strength of faith, I will spend a story point to re-roll this roll.
You get an extra
'cause
boost.
I do
from
get an
my
extra
bird.
boost. Thanks. Okay. Strength of faith. With strength of faith, I have rolled 8 and 5.
2 threat.
2 threat. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna use the 3 advantage to restore 2 strain to make this not make me sleepy. And then 8 uncancelled is 16 healing with my holy icon. It's 18.
I'm fine. Wow, you're getting really good at this.
I look distracted and then just go, and walk away.
The bird nuzzles you.
I'm mildly discontented that we couldn't avoid violence. People are dumb.
Yeah, they had the chance, and they decided to keep attacking.
I know. They're dumb.
Yeah, I would have been content murdering a lot of them. There's probably a lot of people that they've killed just to have access to a road.
No.
I mean, we kill because we have to, but at least it's for something, right?
We kill because we have to, but at least it's fun.
Yeah, you know.
Like, that's kind of where it sounded like your sentence was going. I was like, Jesus.
I take joy in my profession, which is righting wrongs at the end of a sword.
Do you guys...
Huzzah!
Is there anything you guys want to do before finding a place to bed down for the night?
Nah.
I could use some healing. I'm kind of squishy.
I said nah.
Good.
And my nah stands. Fine, I'll heal you.
Use a story
Thanks, Dan.
point so that we find a really nice secluded spot that's well hidden for the night.
Amongst these hillocks and the burgeoning trees on the side, do you want to be in the woods or find something that is like you can find that there's a crop field that's still out that you can like almost like find a spot in the corn to bed down for the night.
Okay. Yeah.
I rolled 4 and 2 for Dusty's heal check.
Sorry. Side
And I rolled 3 threats. Take 2 strain.
Oh no. That's 4 strain overall.
Yeah, but then you guys go to bed, and everyone recovers all of their strain, and heals 1 and consumes 1 food ration.
That's fair. If I heard you correctly, that you had no success, then I heal Dustin 4, 8, 10. 10.
Okay, and I heal 1 from the long rest, so that's good.
Okay,
Thank you, Mr. Raventail.
we're gonna pick up here. I'm just gonna run up and grab a beverage quick. So
Okay.
give me 5, and then we'll pick up a little bit more. Get a little bit further here. Yep. 1 second.
Okay, buddy.
Alright.
But yeah, Austin, the skill that I think you would appreciate would be, I'm pretty sure it's called Constant Vigilance. It allows, no matter what the DM says, your vigilance is what would decide your initiative.
That sounds pretty great.
So I have that on my guy who also has high vigilance because he's a ranger. So he almost gets to attack first every time.
I need to look into that because my vigilance is stacked and all my other initiative stats are not stacked. They are anti-stacked.
And then I have another one that Josh actually had to dumb down because it's a little too OP. But there's another skill that'll allow your perception and investigation to automatically roll 2 boost dice, 1 boost die per rank of it. So right now when I roll it, I'm rolling 2 boost die on that character for each investigation and perception check.
Damn.
But that I can't remember what that one's called.
On mute on Streamlabs or on more than just that?
What?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Sarah said that I need to unmute some stuff. So I think she just went Streamlabs.
Okay.
Anyways, where were we? Oh yeah, you guys kicked ass. Okay, take a nippy nap.
We tried.
Was anyone interested in like scavenging, or does anyone have any preference on the who's taking first watch? There should be at least 3 watches throughout the night.
Wait,
Wait.
Um,
Sarah says wait.
Austin, that other skill I was telling you about would be Uncanny Senses, and that's a tier 2.
Mm.
And then Constant Vigilance is a tier 3.
You got the stand, Emery.
What about looting? Definitely not, because the DM mentioned it.
Right.
Can
What about
I
looting?
loot the body.
Yeah, you can do a streetwise check or a survival check.
I'll do a survival check, see if they have anything of use. Two, 3 and 3.
3 and 3. First thing that comes to mind is that's a lot of boar meat. You probably, in a really rough way, you could probably do stuff with boar hides, but it's not that good. And a survival kit is not quite as good as like a blacksmith's kit for tanning. However, amongst the bags on these things, you find a large bundle of truffles.
Oh, yeah.
Truffles can be used in 2 different ways. They can either count, you have either, or any combination of, and you can decide this later on during use, but they can either be used as a hot meal. What I mean by that is you can add them to your dried rations, and instead of healing 1 for the night, you heal 2 for the night. So they're considered a much better food source. Or they can be used as a rarity 4 ingredient.
Cool. Well, I'd hate for this meat to go to waste, but I certainly don't want it. Does anyone else want this? As I pocket the truffles.
Boulder's kind of goes, I won't keep long enough.
Okay, and with that, you guys settle down for the night. Who's taking first watch?
So I'm fine to take first watch. I didn't take like any damage or anything so just thematically, I'm still ripe and ready.
Okay. Anyone else? Who's taking second watch?
I can take second watch.
Okay. Third watch?
I would prefer to wake up last.
Ilya, are you gonna take third watch? Dusty!
I lost him, my lord.
He might not be back.
He couldn't be
boy.
controlled that one.
Okay. Emery and Bull, give me both vigilance checks.
No, sure. No.
If bull is
success.
one thing, it is not vigilant.
Well, this is gonna be great first half of the watch. Let me tell you.
To advantage.
Me too!
Hey, guys, nothing happens all night and you all sleep so peacefully.
Oh, boy.
Great! I spent a story point for this to be a good spot to camp. So,
and on the following day, you guys set off via Centaur back. And before long, maybe about midday, you make it to the banks of the White Flow River. An enormous river that you can just see across. You can just see the banks on the other side. From here, there is you can actually sight the lighthouse of Lantern Port, a tall structure off in the distance. On this side, there is a small shack and a large industrial raft with a central with the central gear on it, presumably for cranking along some sort of ferry chain. From here, there's another gear that appears with a large, heavy chain wound on it, but the chain sinks down into the water. And you are greeted at the ferry by 2 dwarves and an orc in simple garb. From here, Trey looks at you guys and goes, "Well, this is where we leave you. Ferryman should get you across. Good luck on your journeys."
Thanks for all the help.
Yes, thank you. And may your God bless your journey, and hopefully you don't run into more foolhardy bugbears.
May you guys... May Randvalar bless you in your endeavors, and may Cinder himself satiate satiate your hunt. I'm sure you guys would make Dumon the Ceaseless proud himself. Which is a phrase that Ilya would be familiar with. Dumon the Ceaseless is Lord of the Wild Hunt, a mythical group from the north. With that, the centaurs bid you guys adieu. And
As we part ways, I walk up to the centaur that helped us fight, and I make sure to pat him on the shoulder that got sliced.
he kind of winces for a moment, but tries not to show it. He goes, it was great to cross axes by your side, Bull. I hope we can meet again soon on the battlefield against a common foe. Maybe we can even take things back against my brother's assailants. Good hunting to you.
Well, I'll never turn down a good fight.
Yeah, I reckon you're the one running in the cause of everyone else running out.
Will you two just kiss already?
He kind of looks over at the ferry. Goes,
He's too short.
I hope you can swim. And with that, he rears up and then gallops off. And his brother and sisters take follow. At this point, Wallaby's already shaking hands with the ferryman, and one of the dwarves is working a series of articulations, and a great chain is being pulled out of the bottom of the water that is taut now across the very, very broad Whiteflow River. Whiteflow. Wallaby, you can hear go, surely you can not dock the price down just a little bit more than that. After all, I can't imagine you be getting much customers lately. That's precisely why we need to keep the levies up. The maintenance of this ferry is absolutely important. Wallaby looks over at you guys and goes, he said it's going to be 4 silver apiece. Outrageous, if you ask me.
4 silver
Well,
piece?
that's something for us.
Wallaby goes, well, I suppose I can cover myself. And very begrudgingly pulls out 4 silver and passes it along.
Damn.
I will also pay my way.
Yep, I got mine. And then I kind of look to Bull. I'm like, do you have any?
And I go to put my hands in my pockets, but you see I have no pockets.
All right. And I pass over Bull's too.
Perfect.
As you guys load up onto the ferry and head on onto the water. It's one thing to see the white flow from the. It's breathtaking to see from the shore. It's another thing to be out on it on even a sizable raft. It seems to buck with the waves, and it kind of like lends you a bit of a pause, so to speak. As you guys are out there, one of the dwarves is kind of like side-eyeing the two Walund, and it's like, so, here things are a bit rough for your folks these days. He clearly is just like fishing for small talk.
Josh,
Yeah.
it doesn't say anywhere in my backstory, but would I be carrying any kind of military mark on me?
You could have, but it would have washed off at this point. You'd have to reapply it. It would be mud markings.
Okay. It wouldn't be like a token or something?
No.
So I guess with that, just to kind of like maybe push away a little bit, I'd be like, well, it's been a while since I've returned home, but I used to be in the army.
The words that you use don't quite translate over, but he gets that you are a warrior, and as like kind of like it like makes him a little bit more nervous as he suddenly realizes how kind of like arms to the teeth you guys are.
And then I kind of like scratch my head and I'm like, I'm actually not from around here. We've just kind of been visiting a bit.
Sorry, I kind of, we seem to see our fair share of folks from, he kind of just gestures west.
Yo.
Anyways, chains to pull and all that, and it goes back to work. And eventually you guys make it across and to the what seems to be a mixture of a lighthouse, a warehouse, and there's like a rather sizable inn/infirmary. It's just like this kind of like rather long building that's pretty Spartan, and a small building attached to the side of the lighthouse as well.
Have you guys been running into any trouble along the path? I mean, if you close this off.
Generally, no, not with the ferry, but we've been getting warnings of late that there's a troop of brigands. He kind of like looks at you guys for a moment. Brigands on the loose, been setting fires to hamlets in the area, so we've been on our guard late, and well, that's about as much as we have to say about that. Kind of hard with our small shack to really have much preparation at all, but the ferry is now docking on the other side. And seeing that you guys are being pulled across, there is a wood ward with her classic cloak waiting at the docks for you guys.
I'm sorry to keep cutting in. Could I spend, and this, if the team doesn't like this idea, that's fine, but I was just going to ask if I could spend a story point to have it be like raining today so that it's like the view's more obstructed. Or wait, you said today like it's like perpetual, is it perpetual night?
Not yet, but very close.
Okay, can it be raining then to like obscure view and visibility and stuff a bit?
Yeah, a bud wake can start. I will warn you, a bud wake lasts several days.
So, what was that, Dustin?
Well, I was just gonna say, doesn't rain negatively affect Wretch's magic?
Oh yeah, it would affect my magic too.
It could just be foggy.
Yeah, what if it's foggy?
Yeah, it can be foggy.
Thanks.
So that's a great idea. There's a mist off of the shore of the river, as you guys come in. And in fact, the woodward wouldn't meet you at the docks. It's a secondary purpose of the people go through the ferry without actually engaging with the lantern fort. What do you guys do?
Where is the fort in comparison to?
Oop! I clicked out of. Sorry about that. I somehow managed to click out of you guys. The fort. So there is essentially. Stay on top. Stay on top. I can't get you guys back on my fucking. Okay. There's essentially like if you pull it in, there's like warehouses and then rather like longer buildings where you would. It's not like an inn, but it kind of is. It's more of like an infirmary. And then there is a small chapel, and there is the lighthouse, which has kind of like a more of an office fort-esque abutment on it, off to the side, and close to the water. So you have to go along the river's edge to go that way. Hello?
Hi.
So we have to go along the river's edge to go towards the fort.
Oh, you can. It's not. It's a small area. Like you can head towards the lighthouse if you want. Otherwise, you guys can head towards any of the other servicing buildings.
I mean,
Or we can just disappear into the forest.
I'm cool with going towards the lighthouse.
I should note that in this port area, because you guys are pulled up, there is a crescent of a port to the side that has a lot of empty docking bays, and there are what appears to be like a great lean-to or whatever. It's like almost like a blimp shed, where it's 3 walls and no front area, and there appears to be on stilts some smaller craft, kind of stored up in a way as well. But anyways.
So what are we doing, guys?
So we're waiting for another boat down the White Flow. I'm confused.
You guys...
We ferried across the river from one side to the port. Now we're deciding on what to do from here.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yep.
But the brief pause confused me for some reason. Suppose we could head towards the lighthouse. There was some talk of some brigands burning down hamlets.
I'm wondering if that was the same group of folks we ran into with the Truffle guys, or if they're unrelated.
I'll have to ask somebody, somebody around here.
So the lighthouse is the Rangers, the Woodwards?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, I think we would head towards that.
Okay.
The lighthouse.
All right. As you guys approach, you can see that there's folks kind of doing their own thing. Entering into the appears to be the main front door. There is a glass window that does have iron bars mounted on the outside of it, and it appears that the glass partitions and opens inward if they wanted to let in air, like air or whatnot. But it is fortified. As you guys move in, there are a couple of woodwards sitting in the facility, and one manning the front desk. An older gentleman, maybe in his late 40s, and he's got blonde hair and a blonde mustache. His hair's kind of about the same length as mine right now, maybe just a touch longer. He's kind of got this kind of gaunt face with I wouldn't say prominent cheekbones, but they're a feature on his face. He's got these kind of tired eyes and bushier blonde eyebrows. Standing up at the desk, he kind of eyes you guys curiously. Not unwelcoming, but not like the warmest smile or anything like that either. Kind of looks over. Kind of as you guys filter in more and more, he kind of sees you guys as armed as you are, and kind of starts to wrinkle his eyebrow a moment, and kind of like looks over at his other folks, and some of the other folks kind of in the room kind of look over at him, kind of nodding, and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, we heard tell of a group of brigands burning down hamlets in the area. You know anything about that? Any kind of detail?
He kind of looks over at the other folks and looks back. Give me a leadership check.
Hey, I think I just nope, didn't upgrade that. 1-1.
He goes, "Yeah, there's been some trouble with the Woolund lately. You might have heard. Sorry, no boats are heading south right now. We're really trying to keep people out of harm's way. Fortunately, some of that seems to be spilling out into the local hamlets. I don't mean to be vague, but kind of looks over at Emery and Bull and goes, but claims are that some of the Woolund have been harassing folks and destroying property.
It's just classic them.
Even a couple fatalities.
Well, yeah, if there's humans involved, he just says. I literally say that out loud.
You come to... what? Give us a lead, or... See, the thing is, most of us don't really try not to get involved too much. We try to keep the peace, but... getting outside of the woodlands and further up, we're gonna have to start bringing in the Buchanan Knights.
Which reminds me, Josh, did you say what race this guy that we're talking to was?
He's human.
Okay, so I say that with more anger. With your kind involved, of course there's going to be bloodshed.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, but... we have got some innocent villagers getting assaulted and killed by... let me take a hard leap here and say potential cousins of yours.
Okay, so here's the deal. We're just here. We're just trying to get a boat down the White Flow. We understand it's, a tough time right now. We're well aware of the war and the dangers that come along with going through the White Flow, but we're just seeking passage. We're not merchants who are just trying to pass goods. We're seasoned fighters who just are trying to make their way through as quickly as possible. So,
give me a negotiation or a leadership check.
Leadership.
Yeah. I asked about the Bergens because I thought hear a story like that and I see an opportunity to dispense justice to those who would harm the innocent.
Are you saying that to us or to him?
To him. To clear up any Any misconception?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. Are you at odds with your friend, or are you claiming my villagers are dragging Woolund out of the forest, burning their own houses, and punching themselves in the face, and blaming it on the Woolund?
Neither of those things. I'm saying that when I hear that innocent villagers are being attacked, I don't really care if it's the Woolen doing it. I don't care if it's fellow Norn. I don't care if it's one of my Jotun ancestors. I don't abide that sort of behavior.
Well, if they weren't pushing in on our homelands, taking our territory from us, none of this would be happening.
Hey, listen, I'm all for letting. He goes. He kind of chuckles a little. He goes, "Hey, listen, I'm all for killing two birds with one stone here. You guys, I could sell you one of our smaller, more nimble ships, one of the ones us Woodwards used for patrolling. But hey, large fella, my name's Vyra. First, I always think that getting on a name-to-name basis helps with a little bit of the common decency aspect of this. Listen, we have a hard enough time surviving in our familiar territory. We have no intention of pushing it by any means of the phrase. I can get you guys moving on if you're willing to part. Let's just call it 15 gold for the ship. It's a small vessel, but it's sturdy and it's designed for the waters you'll be on, and it's designed for dealing with some of the beasts that tend to plague the waters at the feeding grounds.
I had one success to advantage on my negotiation roll. I don't know if that's relevant any longer.
I would say he says 14 gold instead of 15 gold.
14 gold. That
I
is
have-
not easy, man.
I have gold to put towards the excursion.
I
So do
do
I.
too. I have 13 gold total.
I have 7 gold total.
I have 15 gold.
Okay.
I offer 5.
I'll throw in 5.
Once again, I point at the fact I have no pockets.
Okay, wait. So you said it was 14. So then I've got 4 then.
Correct.
Okay. And I'll
While this is all going on, Bull leans in real close to this guy and he's like, "Let me guess. You know a guy named Delmont?"
You lean in. Actually, let me check my.
I just checked my backstory. That is the name of the guy that took in Delmont.
Yeah, I know. I did that intentionally here. I just gotta check my timeline quick.
I was also curious about where the timeline was.
Ash, enough.
This guy does nothing to hurt us in any way. Bull. By the way,
Yeah, I've told you guys before, if we run into humans, Bull is going to have an issue.
So you see him.
See a hornet's nest I could kick here. Why not?
So Vyra looks over at one of the tables and goes, Baron and Delmont, why don't you guys go and help unmoor that one of the skips and get him moving. And you see this large guy with kind of like a high and tight haircut, and this other gentleman with his hood up, kind of a stubble going. He's a bit younger. Kind of reminds me of like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings.
Young.
Yeah, a young Aragorn kind of gets up and they go out and they start going to one of those lean-tos and basically trying to get one of these ships back into the water. It's a small vessel, but it should service the party quite aptly. And you can see on it that there is even some lamb shell reinforcement on it, which is a special type of material that is pretty light and should be sturdy and flexible. And they bring out they point out a bucket on it, and they go, that bucket there, you want to be careful. It's full of lemon, which will, if it gets wet, it'll turn hard on you. But if you pour it onto any cracks onto the ship, it should seal it up right away.
Nice.
Well, good luck.
Appreciate it.
I can tell that's going to be a good guy.
Your guy hates him. You can't even say that. You can't say your current character likes your future character, okay?
Bull says, fuck you, engages a fight, and rewrites history.
Yeah, it kills his character in a different campaign.
You guys get onto the ship, push out, and start heading down the White Flow. And with that, we'll call it for the evening.
Okay.
And I demand that this episode be called Truffle Scuffle.
Ooh, that's cute! Alright, will do.
Thank you guys for playing. I think we're on the roster for 3 weeks from now to play again, if I'm not mistaken.
I will be in Montana in 2 weeks from today.
Okay, so the 29th, okay. Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Well, I mean, there's always next week.
I will be in Wyoming.
Oh, damn it.
Gross! Who even wants to go to Wyoming?
I mean, I don't want to, but my boss says I kind of gotta.
No. Boo!
Fair enough.
Alright.
Goodbye, everybody.
Adios.